Mic check 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, what's up, everybody? Look, I got to go in on this Ralph Northam situation. The governor of Virginia, who it was discovered had allegedly took some pictures back in his college yearbook that showed two individuals. One is in blackface, and the other is in a Ku Klux Klan robe with the hood. So after first saying that he did do it and that he was the person in the picture, and after apologizing, he came back later on and said that that it wasn't him, and if he had known, if he had took the picture, he would have remembered it, and so now he's saying he's not going to resign and he's not going to step down and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's crazy. At first he admits to it. At first he acknowledges it. Then 24 hours later he says, "No, it wasn't me." I'm like, well, who was it then? Al Jolson? You know? I mean, come on, man. You can't pull out the Shaggy defense and say it was me. You know, the Shaggy defense. You know, it wasn't me. You can't come out and say that. So this is so crazy. You know, you take a picture from way back in 1984, and all of us, we all took a high school yearbook picture. We know how those things are put together. You know, you take different pictures all over the course of the year. You take the headshot picture. You also take pictures related to all the different activities and clubs and things that you were in, and some of the other things, some of the parties and stuff like that. You know, it's been a long time since I was in high school, and even though a lot has changed since that time, I would still think some of the methods are still the same. It's just the technology that makes it happen has changed. So, at any rate, somebody submitted that yearbook, you know, and somebody submitted that picture to that yearbook, and everybody gets a copy of the yearbook. All right, everybody gets a copy. So I still got my college, my high school yearbook, and some other things related to college. I know what's in them. I got an idea. So you can't tell me that this guy didn't know that he was in blackface, or possibly under that hood. One of the two. Either way, he knew. So, Governor Northam, knock it off, man, knock it off, man. You can't use the Shaggy defense, bro. You can't use the Shaggy defense, man. Talking about it wasn't me, you know. You gotta get up, you gotta suck it up and own it, man. You gotta suck it up and own it. So, and yeah, and he also says, "I am ready to earn your forgiveness, and I'm ready to begin today." Well, you gotta stop lying first of all, and acting like it wasn't you, you know. And then he turns right around after he later says it wasn't him. He then evoked the memory of another musician. He goes on. He says that the only time he ever darkened his face was with shoe polish for a Michael Jackson impersonation contest. Okay, really? Now you gonna bring up the king of pop now to get people off your ass? And the funny thing about that, come on, man, if it's anybody, if it's anybody that looks like they do not have dark skin, it would be Michael Jackson. Because at that point in time, Michael was starting to kind of like lighten up. So why would anybody put black shoe polish on their face? Shoot, I mean, if anything, he should have put something else on his face, much, much lighter. It was crazy. Talking about he actually won the contest because he had learned how to do the moonwalk. Yeah, well, whatever, man. Knock it off, Governor. Knock it off, Governor Northam. You one of them two people in that picture. It's either you and that blackface, and you think about it, it's like he's telling on himself. Okay, because it's two people in that picture. There's one in under the hood, and there's one in blackface. And for him to recollect him actually doing the thing where he put polish on his face to look like Michael Jackson, it's like you're admitting to the fact that you have actually done something like that at least once. you're deflecting in a way. So he's actually kind of, I think he just told on himself with that one. Because initially he admitted it, then he later denies it, and then he comes back and say, well, I did do blackface one time, but that was to look like Michael Jackson, a guy who ended up transitioning from dark skin to light skin. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha, Governor. Of course. I knew there was a reasonable explanation. I knew it. I knew it. But yeah, we had to go in on this dude, man. We had to go in on him because he's talking to us like he's Boo Boo the Fool. Like we're Boo Boo the Fool. That's what he. I mean, come on. His nickname was Coon Man too. His nickname was Coon Man. They don't dole out nicknames like that to white men. They usually don't. They usually don't. But this dude's gonna come out and say he's gonna take the Shaggy defense and say it wasn't me. So we got to go in on this guy. So these politics are looking crazy and crazy about a day, man. I don't know how we stand it in this country. It's just turned into a whole like a clown world. It really is. All right, that's all I got for now. Governor Northam, come on home, man. Just come on home and tell the truth, man. That was you and that blackface, man. Quit blaming it on dead singers, Michael Jackson and Al Jolson. Knock it off, man. Take the L and work it out. All right, y'all. Be cool.